President Donald Trump has said he is considering imposing a quarantine on New York State in a bid to slow the spread of the coronavirus pandemic. Meanwhile, the worldwide coronavirus death toll has exceeded 30,800, the two-thirds of them in Europe alone. Among the above, 490,000 people globally infected, more than 142,000 have recovered from the disease as of yet. Good morning, I am Bipashna Tamang and these are the headlines of the hour. One more person tested positive for coronavirus in Nepal, taking the total number of COVID-19 cases to 5. 19-year-old girl from Baglung district detected with the virus. Health Ministry revealing reports of the infected cases of COVID-19 without the knowledge of the concerned hospitals, and patients raises outrage over the government not showing sensitivity in the situation. Princess Maria of Spain dies after testing positive for coronavirus. US President Trump says he is considering imposing quarantine on New York State to slow the spread of coronavirus. And Cristiano Ronaldo and his Juventus teammates along with coach agreed to renounce $100 million in wages to help the club during the coronavirus crisis. The number of coronavirus cases in Nepal has reached 5 as another individual tested positive for the virus yesterday. According to the Health Ministry, a 19-year-old girl from Baglung who had recently returned from Belgium has tested positive to COVID-19. Speaking at a regular press meet, spokesman of the ministry, Vikas Devkota, informed that the sample of the infected girl was tested at the National Public Health Laboratory in Teku. According to spokesman Devkota, she is undergoing treatment at the Dhaulagiri Zonal Hospital and is said to be in fair condition. The Health Ministry informed that she arrived in Kathmandu from Belgium on 17th of March after a transit in Qatar on the same flight with a 19-year-old female Nepalese student studying in France who was earlier tested positive for the virus and is currently undergoing treatment at the Sukraraj Tropical and Infectious Disease Hospital in Teku. Earlier, a 34-year-old man from Dhangadi who had returned from Dubai also tested positive for the virus. He is receiving treatment at Dhangadi's Sethi Provincial Hospital. On Wednesday, a 32-year-old youth from Dhading who returned from Sharjah, UAE, had also tested positive for coronavirus. The government has come up with strict measures as the nationwide lockdown enters the 6th day today. Meanwhile, the police took 452 people into custody from different places in the capital yesterday. Spokesman of the Metropolitan Police Office, Shyam Gewali, informed that the police took those people into custody who defied the lockdown imposed to contain the outbreak of coronavirus. Gewali also informed that the police have taken around 100 vehicles, mostly two-wheelers, under control for defying the lockdown. The main streets across the country, including the capital, were mostly deserted yesterday as well. The government imposed the lockdown from 24th to 31st of March in a bid to contain the possible outbreak of novel coronavirus in the country. As a majority of the public chose to remain indoors, the main streets across the country looked mostly deserted and most marketplaces remained closed. Vehicles carrying essential items including medicines, food supplies, water, milk, fruits, vegetables and cooking gas have been allowed for the mobility. Likewise, only vehicles carrying goods from Indian and Chinese transit points have been given permission to use the roads. A patient holds the foremost right to know about his or her disease. Likewise, the concerned doctor and hospital attending to the patient also have the right to know about the laboratory reports. However, the Health Ministry has started revealing the infected cases of COVID-19 without the knowledge of the concerned hospitals and the patients themselves. The lab reports of patients being disclosed through media and social networking sites have actually ruined the atmosphere of hospitals. We have a report.
The Sethi Provincial Hospital sent swab sample of a 34-year-old man from Dhangadi for testing at National Public Health Laboratory, who was admitted at the hospital on 24th of March following the complaint of fever. However, the man and the hospital administration came to know about his test report through the media and social networking sites on Friday. The test report was first sent to the Health Ministry and the World Health Organization instead of sending it to the concerned hospital. Earlier, similar case was seen while revealing the test report of a 32-year-old man from Thading who tested positive for coronavirus. The medical team attending the patient expressed their outrage, citing that the government did not consider the sensitivity of the role and profession in this situation and warned the government that it would affect in the overall work of the hospital.
समस्या त डेफिनेटली पर्छ तर त्यसकारण चाहिँ अब मैले यो अस्तिको अन्डरस्ट्यान्डिङले हामीले के गरेका छौं भन्दाखेरि कमसेकम यसको मेसेज चाहिँ अस्पतालका निर्देशक अथवा ट्रिटिङ फिजिशियनलाई चाहिँ साइमल्टेनियस उही समयमा दियो भने त्यो सबैलाई चाहिँ व्यवस्थापन गर्न सजिलो हुन्छ भनेर त्यो गरिएको छ र सायद अबका दिनहरुमा चाहिँ त्यो व्यवस्थापन होला.
Our doctor depends on the lab test report of a patient who is supposed to get the information related to a particular disease. However, the doctors have recently been forced to depend on other sources to receive the test reports. This has mocked the basic mechanism, which is mandatory in the medical sector of any country.
Some European nations repatriated their stranded nationals in Nepal yesterday as well. As the government has grounded all the domestic and international flights until 31st of March, some European countries have chartered aircrafts and repatriated their citizens from Nepal. According to a spokesman of Nepal Civil Aviation Authority, Rajkumar Chhetri, the respective embassies of these countries chartered 2 aircrafts of Qatar Airways and repatriated 608 European nationals. Earlier, the Qatar Airways flight took home 305 European nationals, including 190 German nationals. On Wednesday, the government had decided to facilitate the repatriation of the stranded foreign nationals. Yesterday, only 5 aircrafts of Nepal Airlines, 3 aircrafts of Tara Air and 1 aircraft each of Summit Air and Sita Air rescued 148 tourists and 5 Nepalese from Lukla. Meanwhile, tourism entrepreneurs have accused the private airline companies of overcharging them during the rescue. They have claimed that the private airlines have charged double the amount that of Nepal Airlines. Welcome back. The outbreak of novel coronavirus has been threatening the whole world. However, this is not the first time the virus has been seen, as it was detected 4 times earlier. There are various types of coronaviruses, among which the deadly SARS or severe acute respiratory syndrome is one of them, which also originated from China. The virus caused havoc for 9 months starting from November 2002. SARS claimed the lives of 774 people from 17 different countries. The virus killed 9% of the infected, and majority of the dead were above the age of 60. 9 years after that, MERS or Middle East Respiratory Syndrome caused by coronavirus originated in Saudi Arabia in 2012. MERS infected around 10,000 people and killed 400. 3.5 years later, the coronavirus reached South Korea. A 68-year-old man who returned to South Korea from the Middle East was first infected by the virus. The virus claimed the lives of 36 people in South Korea. SARS returned in 2018 and killed 41 more people. Then, the coronavirus that originated in China's Wuhan was given the name COVID-19, which has spread to almost 200 countries worldwide. The virus, which was first detected 3 months ago, has infected more than 600,000 people, and the death toll caused by the virus has crossed 28,000. India is preparing to send an emergency rescue team to Nepal to contain the possible outbreak of COVID-19. The government of Nepal, however, has requested the southern neighbor to immediately send health equipments and medicinal kits instead, citing they are more important at the moment than human resources.
Anup Banerjee, the Director General of Armed Forces Medical Services under the Indian Defence Ministry, some Indian media outlets had informed that the Indian government had prepared an emergency team ready to send to Nepal to contain the possible coronavirus crisis. According to the reports, the Indian Army is about to send a 14-member team comprising medical and paramedical personnel. Earlier, spokesman of the Indian Foreign Ministry, Ravish Kumar, also mentioned about sending such a team of human resources to Nepal. Prime Minister's Foreign Affairs Advisor, Rajan Bhattrai, however, said that the current requirements of Nepal are medicines and equipments rather than the human resources. Likewise, Foreign Minister Pradeep Kewali said that although there have been talks on the necessary Indian assistance, both the governments are yet to reach a clear decision in this regard.
And it's time now for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
And here's the question: what should be done to contain the further spread of coronavirus? Your options are: option A, increase testing parameters; option B, implement lockdown strictly; and option C, increase self-awareness. The voting for the question is on. Type NEWS, select your options A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. And that's all for the moment. Keep watching Kantipur Television HD for more news and entertainment. Have a good day and stay safe.